Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're going. Um, yeah. So why am I here? Why am I alive? Well, that is a good question. Um, Here's the thing. I feel like I have not had a heart to heart with a lot of people that deserve to know my story. I think I've kept a lot of things under wraps, and I've had a lot of fears about my journey uh, in adulthood. I think a lot of people actually have had this experience, so it feels really dear to my heart to actually share honestly like what the whole story has been, since especially a lot of people who may be watching this or know me have had a kind of a distant, have had some distance from me for whatever reason, have experienced working with me or being a friend or an acquaintance or what have you, and haven't gotten to know the real me. And there's been a lot of embarrassment around that. And I think that is really sad because I think it's really common. I think we have, as a society, really put a lot of pressure on everyone to have everything figured out very quickly, and there needs to be a cohesive story, and everything needs to make perfect sense and we're aligned beautifully. And if you don't, you fail. And I know I certainly had, fed into this story, and I had fed into the idea that there was something wrong with me if I ups and downs. So I became a coach because I knew that I was meant for more, um, but I didn't start out thinking that I was going to become a coach. I started out just thinking I needed coaching, I needed help because all of the books and all of the advice and things that I had experienced weren't working for me. So in 2019, started with my first coaching program and became a coachee, and it was life changing. I suddenly could see what all of my like limiting beliefs were and my imposter syndrome and where it was like coming through, and I was so excited to have these breakthroughs, and very naively, I think we've all done this. I thought, okay, well, I figured out life. I figured it out. I got this. I know what I'm doing. So I was like, great. I'm gonna pivot my whole life and become a coach because it was so life changing, and I want to help other people. Right? We all have a desire, I think, to help people, and I've always been an entrepreneur since I was a kid, essentially. I had like a bike car wash, I like get this video cassette return service, right? Lemonade stands, you name it, right? So I've always like, I'm gonna build a business. And it was I decided, okay, now I'm gonna build a coaching business because I loved the coaching that I received. Now I had some personal setbacks, right? And I just wasn't ready like to be the caliber of coach that I had really believed that I could be. Yeah, I just didn't have the experience, and I got stuck in I think this the limiting beliefs that were outside of, coaching and work and career, and were now a part of my relationships and my own relationship with myself, and all of these other aspects of myself that I'd been actually honestly too afraid to look at, too afraid to dissect. And so that is when I kind of started really doubting myself, even though I had started getting coaching clients, and even though I had been getting them results. They were getting raises, they were getting their jobs they wanted. Friends and family were coming with advice, and I could help them. All of this stuff, I still felt that imposter syndrome because I knew that my whole life wasn't figured out, and I got honestly triggered when I started my last relationship, and I really fell apart. Just stopped believing in myself, and I had stopped also receiving coaching. So it was just this whole maelstrom that just made me just shut down everything. And I just kind of I had taken these leaps and bounds forwards, but then I had to take these steps back. And at first I thought these steps back were failure, but these steps back gave me a chance to reflect on who I am and these parts of myself that I had been afraid to really examine. And I hope I'm sharing this because I hope it resonates with people that we all, for one, we all deal with things that we really hope other people won't see or notice. And we all have dark parts of ourselves that we have to the light. And we also all we need community. We need someone to show us the way sometimes. We need someone to help us, become the best version of ourselves or help us hold our hand while we look at those icky, scary parts of ourselves. And I had set aside coaching for a while, and then I had re-picked up therapy. And I still have a therapist. I always recommend therapy. And I had quit therapy for the exact same reason. I'm like, okay, my depression is cured. I feel like I have more, self-acceptance. This is great. I don't need that anymore. But that is not how life works. And the universe made sure I remembered that. So I took that journey, I took that step, and then I realized, the therapy is helping, but I need that coaching community. I need those people who understand that history and that kind of mentorship mentality. And it really reawakened my desire. Once I started getting that, I was like, I see now that even though I held this imposter syndrome, like I have overcome that. I can overcome that. I have what it takes to help others, right? And so I started doubling down on where I'm at now. And I really hope that today, that sharing this story has helped anybody who is especially in a dark place, has realized that they can get out of it, that there are people that want to help them. The whole universe is just like, I mean, think about how you feel. Think about how you feel about others. You hope that people feel fulfilled and happy, and you- I think everyone's wishing that everyone else is happy and fulfilled, right? So the world is not against you. The world is rooting for you. And whenever you're feeling down, like there is somebody out there that is right for you, that can help lift you up. And I'm so thankful that I raised my hand for myself and said, I need some help with this. And my life has just only gotten better. So, um, yeah, I hope that was interesting or enlightening for you, or give you some food for thought, or encourage you in some way. I as a coach, I end up acting a lot as a mentor because I have overcome so much, right? I was later in life, in college, diagnosed with ADHD, right? Women and girls are usually late to get diagnosed. It's just usually pinned as like an anxiety, some kind of anxiety disorder, and we end up feeling like, what's wrong with us? Like something's not right. But there's all these brilliant people that are not diagnosed, and then later with PMDD. So all of these things, along with lots of other stories. I could be on here all night sharing the stories, honey, of all the things I've overcome. I want you to know that you can overcome too, and there's people who are just so ready to help you. And I'm wishing all of y'all the best. I think because I have overcome so much, I have such a huge heart for people who are struggling. So if you are struggling with anything right now, my heart goes out to you. You can do it. You'll get through it one step at a time. And I'm here for you. So if you're seeing this and you're like, where has she been all this time? That's where I've been, and I'm here now, and I'm excited to be, I'm back. I'm excited to be back. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say for now. But yeah, I'll be around. So as I get more downloads, I'll be sure to share it with y'all. Okay. On that happy note, I will say my goodbyes.